right, welcome to the first official recap. It's episode 3 of our show, but the first official weekly recap. Season 49 is here. I'm joined by my co-host Brianna Finlayson,
Hi.
who is looking at notes on the episode. She's not distracted on her phone,
I just
but
wanted some
but
notes.
on camera, it's looking like you'd rather be anywhere else.
Okay, it's fine. It's
What are
fine.
you on DraftKings?
No, stop.
We're joined this week by Pat Smith from
Good
Colorado.
morning.
We made him get up early for this, and we have to hurry because he has to go to work. So, um, before we get into it, any general thoughts on the episode, Smith? How do you feel about this cast?
I still can't stop picturing the barfing, but I feel like it was a pretty tame episode. I feel like we got like little drops of stuff that are just gonna
Mm,
come up, but there wasn't any like huge like this is gonna be an obvious stress point. Although I don't know, there always is. But yeah, the barf really did it for me. That was my highlight.
yeah, not once but twice did Nicole projectile something out of her mouth. We'll talk about that. Bree, thoughts on the cast?
Uh,
Because I feel like last season was very like we all just want to be friends, and this season I feel like they're all more interested in themselves.
yeah, but it was still a lot of like we still all want to be friend vibes. I didn't get enough like gameplay. Everyone was just asking everyone if they wanted to be in an alliance, and it was generally very, you know, lovey-dovey. I needed a little bit more like
You want some more cutthroat?
mm-hmm.
Well, we'll get to that. I think
Classic.
when we get to the challenges, I think we're going to talk about some obvious stress points. So, with some of our general thoughts out of the way, let's get into it. If you have not watched the episode, I don't know what you're doing on this video, but your spoiler warning is going up now. Um, all right, let's get into the episode. So we start like any season with a little montage of some of the players before we get to the Marooning challenge. And right away, I wrote that we need to be careful about Chuan because he I don't know if you know this. There's like a curse of the episode title. Whoever says the episode title in the episode, generally speaking, either goes home or is extremely at risk.
Mm.
Now this was the exception.
But Joanne was a nobody
Yeah,
in this.
Joanne. Yeah, 'cause Joanne was barely in it. But the episode title, I don't know if you saw this, was part one of a horror movie, and that's like the first sentence that's said this season.
I've
Uh,
never heard of that.
no, you've
If
never
you
heard of
say
it?
it, if you
Yeah,
say it, well, I mean, you know that I just got back into Survivor last season because
Mm,
you forced me to, but I'm really
mm.
happy to be here.
yeah. I would say generally speaking, whoever says the episode title is probably at risk for going home or
Mhm.
going to be involved somehow in what goes on, except for today because he was barely in the episode.
That,
Um, but so we get to the beach.
I had to.
What?
Oh, I was just to say I had to pull up the cast list because I'm so bad with the names, and they haven't like flashed across the screen enough times yet that I'm
That's
like,
fair.
wait, who's
Yeah,
that
I've
again?
I've typed them all
Okay,
into a
Joanne.
Google
Yeah.
sheet so many goddamn times that I have like they're burned into my brain.
Mm.
Um, but so we get the usual Jeff asking people how they are, and they're all freaking out. They're like, we can't wait to be here.
Wait, can I say something?
Yeah, go ahead.
The yellow team approached that beach with the type of energy of the kids on the first day of kindergarten. They were
They did.
dancing, they were high five, they were freaking out. And I actually have this guy pulled up, this
Jason.
Jason guy who immediately called himself out as being an alternate. I
Yeah.
feel like that was interesting.
Yeah, I don't know that I would have done that.
I I don't know. Why would it hurt him? I feel like
Oh,
it's
I feel
fine.
like I don't know. I because like everyone's dancing around each other right now. No one wants to be the first person to share something. I don't know that I would have shared.
I mean,
Mm,
they do know because
Yeah,
they were at Ponderosa when the
yeah,
other people got kicked out, but
true.
I just feel like he, to the audience, put a little bit of a target on his back. Like as an audience member, I was like,
Okay, so you're not supposed to be here, so I
you
don't
were
care.
like you're the B squad kind
Yeah.
of vibe.
yeah.
Notice Michelle on the same team stood behind him, didn't say a word.
Smart.
Also
Because
an
she was,
alternate.
I had to text you. I was like, wasn't there a second one? Like, I didn't
Mm.
remember who was the second one. Michelle was the second one.
Yeah,
Mhm.
she's the second one.
Or MC for my dad because he was confused the whole week about who was on his tribe because he didn't know who Michelle was.
That's fair.
Oh, I liked her.
Yeah.
But
She played well.
really, what I want to talk about before we get to the Marooning challenge is Sage,
Mm.
who immediately reveals to the audience that she publicly urinated off the boat 3 times on the way to the islands.
She said, when I get nervous, I
Gotta
pee.
do what you gotta
Which
do.
is fair. I pee. We all pee.
I thought she was.
I've never peed off a boat in front of an entire cast.
I thought she was saying she had peed right there on the mat. Was how I was.
She might have.
I was taking it.
Um,
I feel like one thing you forget though is like everything that happens off camera. Like within a week, these people are gonna see like like you know what I mean?
yeah,
Like
but you're not even on. You're not even in the game yet. The camera's not even
someone's gonna
filming.
get excited.
She didn't need to. That's the point, though. It was off camera. She didn't need to cop to publicly urinating on national TV.
I guess my confusion was that she was like, sorry if you saw a half moon or a full moon. And I was just like, the logistics of that.
Yeah, we
I
talked a
couldn't
lot
figure that
about
out.
yesterday how she peed. Did she pee in the boat? Did she pee
No,
off the boat?
off the side.
Off the side.
For sure.
Anyway, we got to keep this
Wasn't the
moving.
half moon joke? You can cut this if it's inappropriate.
No,
Wasn't that the half
we
moon joke? She was saying she has no ass because she has her mom's
Yes,
hips or something.
that's
Wasn't
what
that
she was
the
yeah,
saying.
joke?
she did say that.
Okay.
No,
It
and I'm
was
keeping that
it
in.
wasn't about positioning. Yeah.
No. All right. Anyway, so let's talk about real things. So we get to the Marooning challenge.
Brandon struggling on that ladder. You sure is?
This is the first time I get and only time I get to use that graphic. I'm just excited to get Brandon failing to get on the boat into the episode here. But so the Marooning challenge, the overview is that the teams are gonna pair off. So there's 6 people, so there's gonna be kind of 3 pairs within each team. 2 people are gonna run into the jungle and carry a bunch of heavy blocks back. Then 2 different people are gonna swim out to a boat and drag it back. It's got more blocks on it. And the remaining 2 are going to build a 3-dimensional cube puzzle, which feels like it's not that difficult, but I would imagine if I were there, I would be one of the people that couldn't do it.
Yeah.
And
three-dimensional
yeah,
puzzles are
three-dimensional,
hard.
yeah. And the first people to do that get their flint steel or flint machete and pot. And pretty much right off the bat, we see, I made a comment to you, Annie chooses not to do the swimming, which is not a shock because she had said in her pregame that she taught herself to swim but was afraid of the water.
It's a red flag right there.
Yeah, it's a red flag. And her whole job is running. She was so terrible running right off the start. I don't know if she overestimated how heavy the blocks were, but I would say that this challenge was neck and neck from the red and yellow tribe. And at no point was the blue tribe ever remotely close to winning because she couldn't even get to the blocks in the first place. In fact, I think Jake has to go back and carry her block for her. After that, it's pretty much neck and neck. We get to the puzzle. Everyone's kind of struggling with it. I think Rizzo makes a suggestion to his team.
Rizgod.
Yeah, the Rizgod. And he's like, oh,
baby.
put that there, and they do it. But it doesn't fit. And he goes, oh, nope, just kidding. I'm lying. And then he steps back into the distance. He's like, I shouldn't do this.
That actually connected me with him because I feel like I do that quite a bit where I tell someone do something and then I'm like, oh, sorry, that was wrong.
The end result is that the yellow tribe wins. Michelle, or MC for your dad, so he knows what's going on in this podcast. Climbs up, gets the key off the little whatever the pole. They gotta shimmy it up the pole, and jumps off, rings the bell. So they win, and they go off. And the blue tribe elects to send Alex, and the red tribe elects to send Rizzo, despite very publicly saying, "Hey guys, if this next part involves a puzzle,
we're cooked."
We're cooked is the exact quote. And they're like, "Great, we're gonna send you to the next part."
Always a puzzle.
Yeah, it's always
a puzzle. That's never not a puzzle when they send them off.
Yeah, it's never. I think it's called Sweat versus Savvy, where it's like you sometimes you used to have to choose to do the puzzle or the physical task.
It was like
but
fill
now,
up this wine barrel with a thimble.
yeah,
or
but now they make it both.
Yeah,
It's never not a puzzle.
it's always
Yeah.
So they send them off. We'll get to what they do in a second, but we have to. The next scene was, so we're out of the Marooning challenge now. The next scene was that we got some time with the Yellow Tribe in particular on the islands, and I don't know how this tribe is the one that's winning everything, because on their tribe they have Steven.
I love him.
Yeah, he was nice.
He was trying to be friends with everybody.
Yeah, but that's the problem. I think he told everyone in the span of 2 minutes, "Hey, I saw you, and you're my best friend. I want to work with you. Like, I get your good vibes." All it's gonna take
I feel
is
like everybody was doing that. It's like all of the conversations. I'm like, how are these people gonna work together? It felt like they were so random. The like people that everyone chose. It didn't feel like as obvious as like last season. I'm like, yeah, like that makes sense. They're like pretty similar, but like I don't know. I just felt like everyone was totally grasping at straws before they had any conversations.
I just feel like people are going to be like, "Hey, did Steven tell you you were his number one forever, no matter what, ride or die?" And they'll be like, "Yep, that's exactly what he told me." Oh, well, that can't be true for all of us.
Hey, that's my fellow statesman, okay?
No, yeah, that's true.
Lay off.
And he's on my tribe, so watch where you're stepping.
Yeah, you chose him.
I know.
No, he was fine though. I liked him. He was likable. He seemed fine.
He's
you know who doesn't seem fine on that tribe? Can we talk about Christina?
Okay.
Christina, the woman who
the bird
several times. Yeah, she's like, I have no outdoor skills. In fact, she tried to open a coconut. I don't know if you caught this. She had the machete turned around the wrong way, and audibly went, "Oh, whoops, this is the sharp side."
Yeah.
And then revealed to us that she is afraid of birds. In fact, what she said was, "I have a violently aggressive phobia of birds."
I don't know why I find that so funny, but it's hilarious.
My notes just say in all caps bird phobia, and then it says this is gonna be amazing. You know how many birds are in Fiji? So many birds.
Yes.
At least she's not afraid of coconuts.
I should find my phone and my live updates to you. Like half of it was about that interview.
Yeah, that was crazy. Yeah, I had high hopes for her on the beach because she's one of the people that runs up, like you said, and she's just electric. She's like, "I'm so excited to be here," and then is very quickly revealed to us that she has no idea what she's doing. You know who does know what they're doing in that tribe though is Matt, the bag attendant. I said a lot of bad things about Matt the last couple of weeks. I might fuck around and pick Matt. I like Matt.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was pretty helpful.
I like that you could see on his face that every time a young person said something, he died inside.
Oh yeah, when they were talking about like streaming, he was like, "This isn't my home. This isn't my home."
He's like, "I don't belong here."
So yeah, they were talking about
Sophie's like, "I work for YouTube," and he's like, "I don't know what that is." And you can see too, he's doing the opposite of what Annie's doing, and he is the only one on that tribe with outdoor skills, but he's refusing to boss people around. Whereas when we cut over to the Blue Beach, Annie is just on a whim, just you do this, you do that, I'm in charge of this, going off on her own, and everyone immediately is like, "We don't like that. That's not going to fly."
If they get sent to tribal again, there's no way she's sticking around. Yeah. She's just like way too much of a target on her back.
Yeah, she goes off on her own. She's a boss.
No, wait, I like when they were like, "Let's all go fill up our water bottles." Everyone's like, "Yeah, we all need water." And she was like, "No."
Yeah, she's like, "I'm going to stay here and look for things. You don't need to worry about it."
I'm like, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. We get a little time on the Red Tribe. It's revealed to us that Shannon is super into just like being one with nature, which we knew about. And I don't have a problem with.
Big yogi.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with. But the moment, I might be getting ahead of myself. This might have happened later in the episode. But at one point, she walks them all to the ocean and she opens her arms to embrace nature and starts thanking the ocean gods for being there. And that's when I went, I think Savannah's going to stab this girl. I don't think.
That was the right time. It happened then.
That was, there's gonna be like a
but they want to work together, but
but it's not gonna work.
It's not gonna work.
It's not gonna
Savannah is right off the bat like, I'm gonna slit throats. In her pregame interview, she was like, if I have to hide someone's raincoat, if I have to bury it to cause chaos, I'll do it. Shannon's out here like, oh, thank you to the waves. You're so beautiful.
Dude, I don't know though. Those three, like, that could be, they could work together. It could be
No one
potent,
would
but
suspect them to work together. I'll tell
no
you
one
that.
would. And they're all like very strong
Who's the third
personalities.
person in their little
Nate.
Well, yeah, Nate.
Nate.
Do they have
Nate.
Sage in that group or no?
Sage is in that group, but she's too busy talking about how she loves Roblox.
Okay.
True.
That's a funny tribe. I feel like it really doesn't mesh.
No,
Like
it
looking
doesn't.
at the faces, I'm like,
Yeah, I would have
Like, what's the
predicted them to
point?
be the disaster tribe.
Oh, Nate is Marvel guy.
Yeah,
I keep getting him
Yeah.
and Jawan confused
Yeah.
in my head.
and Nate's the one. I know he picked production assistant. He's really a producer. Production assistant is just like you go get everyone coffee, but he was like, I got to downplay the movies I've worked on, so I'm gonna choose what people would often consider the best Spider-Man, if not superhero movie of all time, is Spider-Man 2. You couldn't have like gone with something smaller. He's like, let me pick one of the most recognizable movies I could think of in my lie to cover up what I've done.
To be fair, though, only I think Marvel fans would even know the gravity of that because Spider-Man 2 didn't mean anything to me.
I know, but I think you're underestimating how little that meant to you. Anyway, we got to keep going.
Okay.
I'll cut that out. So we go back to the Sweat versus Savvy. So now it's Rizzo versus Alex. And this is really a tale of two halves of the challenge. The first half looked like Rizzo shouldn't have even been there. He got blown out. They have to race around and find coconuts with their emblem on it. Then they have to assemble a puzzle, which is not a shock to us. Then they have to use the puzzle as a map to dig and then put a wheel on a mast and like raise a flag. That part didn't seem that exciting to me. And right off the bat, Alex opens up like a 15-minute lead on Rizzo.
He's like, hey, I've been
Crazy.
on the elliptical a few times.
Yeah.
And then I love that it just panned to Rizzo and he's just like trudging through the sand like it's just a walk on the beach. Like he wasn't even trying to run anymore. He just like gave up.
Yeah, and then he loses. He's like, I know there's 10 pieces and I count 9 here, but I think it's fine. Yeah, I looked around once. Yeah, meanwhile, like 3 feet away from him is his last piece. He just couldn't even open all the pieces correctly.
I was also dying laughing at the idea of him like not thinking about the fact that the cameraman was like getting this insane shot from the sand. Like, I wonder why he's shooting that shot right next to me.
Yeah, he's like focusing on that
maybe I
one
should
coconut
look
at
down
my
there.
feet. And it was the closest one to him.
Yeah,
It wasn't
that's
like he
weird.
threw it and it rolled like 10
Yeah.
feet away. It was the only one there. He was saved, however, because when Alex finishes his puzzle, Alex goes to dig for his wheel. And instead of digging deep, which is what Jeff always says, and if you've watched Survivor, you know every challenge they bury something. It's like 3 feet under the ground. It's not at the surface. He digs like a couple inches in a lot of different directions, and it gives Rizzo enough time to copy his puzzle, which he also couldn't do correctly. It still took him like 20 minutes to copy. I don't know how he was doing. He would like bring one piece over and line it up and then bring it back. Like I don't even understand how he was cheating.
He wasn't even cheating well. He could have cheated so much better, but he didn't.
He's just like he's either gonna be out in like 2 episodes or he's gonna stumble his way into the finals just by being like likable and goofy. It's
oh my god,
cracking me up. And I think in one of the texts I sent to you, Skirk, it was like I was like, they need to give him a Pixar lead because there's no way that's his real voice. He just sounds like a cartoon character to me.
I do want to talk about that. So Rizzo ends up winning. We'll skip to this. I'm gonna splice in. I got the clip of him talking.
Oh,
everybody I was doing it for, my girlfriend, and like just doing everything for my parents and for everybody in Albania, and I'm so proud of myself, man. Like, wow. I wish I could hug myself, but that's weird.
I don't know if you can remember what it sounds like, because I can't play it over Zoom. But
I do.
I don't want to take anything away from his moment.
I have feelings about this.
Where he was proud of himself, and I get that, and it was a nice moment. But he sounded the whole time I couldn't even enjoy it because all I could think in my head was he sounded like like Carl Weezer from Jimmy Neutron
Yeah.
mixed with a Muppet, and that's his voice. He's like,
My
I just want to hug myself.
my issue with it is not that he even cheated, because it's like, go ahead, cheat.
There's no rules against it. I got two different texts from people,
Wait,
by the way.
I'm
They were like, that's awesome, or how
Let
dare
me finish
he do
my
that?
thought. I'm still going. I don't care that he cheated.
It's not cheating.
I don't care that he was proud of himself. That's fine. But the fact that he was so proud for what that culminated to be was what was so funny to me, because he barely got by on the skin of his teeth after copying the other guy. And he was like, wow, my whole country is going to be so proud.
Well, not Christina, as we know from our last episode.
Yeah, not Christina, who
not
is
a fan
also
of him.
Albanian.
We didn't touch base with Christina. Oh, she hasn't watched it yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll wait till we get some live footage of that.
We're watching the episode again with Christina and Brian on Monday, so they can kind of get a feel for what the show is. And I cannot wait to show her
that
Rizzo.
This is the representation of your
yeah. All right, so Rizzo gets the supplies. They go back empty-handed in Alex's case. But that's not a problem because he gets back to the beach. And meanwhile, Jake's been telling everyone, hey, I'm in love with Alex. I haven't spoken to him about this. But and also I know I'm the biggest human being you've ever seen. And everyone now knows that my dad has glaucoma. And I've now told a couple people that I'm missing the birth of my child. But just because I want to put a fourth target on my back, I have the most public alliance ever with anyone that you've ever heard of. In fact, he tells Sophie B, she's like, hey, do you want to be number ones? And he's like, that spot is taken. You can be my number two, though.
I feel like sometimes those work, though. It's like, I don't know.
I feel like he actually might be in love with Alex.
Yeah, he said it a lot.
He might propose after the game. He was like, this man is like pure, like good energy. And it's just like all these shots of Alex, like not really doing anything. And he's like literally the love of my life.
Now we're talking about Jake. You had some things you wanted to get off your chest about Jake?
Well, immediately clocked the double bar nipple piercing, which was a lot for me. And
what did you say? No, don't beat around the bush.
I just said it looked.
Bree looked at me and goes, "Those nipples look tendy."
They looked so sore from the affliction that double nipple piercing caused. And I just felt like he looked like he might be breastfeeding from all of that nipple agitation.
What you say? You said something else.
I said
I'm gonna make you say it. I won't say it.
I said I don't know.
My mom will listen to this.
I said
I'm gonna make you say it.
I don't know a lot about breastfeeding, but that man looks like he is. Just wild.
They were to your credit, they were out.
And my dad also noticed. Everyone noticed.
Yeah. A lot of people have told me about his nipples. The other thing that Jake does is he pulls a Rupert from way back in Pearl Islands, and he decides he's going to steal a shoe every day.
Mm-hmm.
What's the end game?
So random.
What's the end game with that?
What did he said that one quote. He was like, I can't remember what he said. He's like, maybe it's just annoying, or maybe it causes like a disaster, but I'm going to keep doing it.
Yeah, he's like, I'm not really thinking about it, but I just
feel strange man. Who was the really muscular dude last season? I can't remember his name.
Oh, David, the one obsessed with chocolate milk.
Yes, David. I chose Jake because that like last season I regretted not choosing like the big obvious muscular dude, and so far I don't feel like Jake is delivering on that like stereotypical role. Like he didn't look that strong during challenges. He didn't look bad, but
I think I know why, and we'll talk about that the Unity challenge. I think it's who he's paired up with.
Yeah, they did not match. That's definitely true.
But so Jake steals a shoe, and then we have to talk before we get to the immunity challenge. We have to talk about the Red Tribe. Nate has toe shoes. I don't have anything else to say about that, but we noticed it, and we were like, "Oh, that's odd." I don't know if that's smart on Survivor. Maybe it's not. Maybe it is. It's weird.
I've never met someone with toe shoes that I jived with. So I don't know.
But the most important part of that segment on the Red Tribe is that Sage, the little P-ball, as Bree was calling her the whole episode.
P-ball.
P-ball. couldn't stop calling her P-ball from the moment she.
I need nicknames, and that works.
Yeah, so P-ball on brand tells everyone, "Hey, listen, if you poop, I need you to tell me about it." Did you catch that?
No.
Oh no.
What
That's
did
because
she say?
they called it an aqua dump, so you might not have understood.
So,
No.
Like
all
in the
right.
ocean?
We had to talk
Yeah.
about this now. So it's a thing on Survivor
Oh.
that where do you go to the bathroom? You go in the water. And it's just like behind the scenes thing that people talk about, but it's never on the show because why would it be?
Right.
That's insane. But Sage is like, I'm gonna say this on camera, and she asked her tribe, watch it again. It's wild. She says, if anyone aqua dumps, tell me about it. I want to know all about it. That's crazy. She's so weird.
She's strange.
P-ball name stands. That's all I have to say.
But I don't know. Do you think it's genuine or do you think it's an act?
I don't. What's the end game?
'Cause I don't know.
Quirky.
The end
People
game's
do all
like,
sorts
no
of
one would
weird
suspect
things on
me.
the
I'm
island.
so quirky and silly. Like, I don't have a plan. And I don't know. And they're like,
I watched her clip again when she was like, I collect pimples or whatever she said in that interview.
Yep.
And the way she says it, she's like, one thing about me that people might find a little wacky. Like, I don't think wacky is the right word.
All right.
All right.
Keep it
Let's
rolling.
keep it going. The immunity challenge. So now we get to the immunity challenge. The challenge is a pretty classic. There's nets, there's mud, there's a big ass snake that's like 200 pounds, and then there's a snake puzzle that you got to weave a ball through. And there's also a reward. Cannot speak today. A reward, which when we get to the scoring updates, I'll mention this because it is a combination immunity reward challenge. Both tribes that win immunity will get credit for the immunity, but only the first place tribe gets credit for the reward. And obviously, last place tribe gets no points out of this. So
I think one of the prizes should have been bringing the big snake back to your
as
tribe.
like a couch,
yeah, just as a fun
it looked cozy
item.
That would have been cool,
like a little mascot. I don't know.
Yeah, I kind of thought it was an average challenge until I realized, and I talked to my mom, and she had the same realization as me. They had to bring the snake back through the net. That's hard.
Yeah,
that's ridiculous. It's already a 200
A lot of them
pounds,
are just
like 20-foot snake.
A lot of them were just dragging it along the ground underneath the cables, which works, but that thing was ridiculous.
And to your point earlier, it worked for Jake. Jake builds them another 15-minute lead.
Who was he paired with?
Annie.
Again?
But despite being with Annie, he still builds them a lead. And this is why I think Annie ends up staying, is because Annie, even carrying Annie's dead weight, he still, like, she didn't slow him down so much. It's pretty close until Nicole and Jeremiah go. And then all of a sudden they go from first place by a lot to last place by a lot. And the most interesting part of that segment to me leads to our challenge GIF of the week, which I will flash up now. When Jeremiah turns to Nicole when they're done and says, hey, how'd you get the mud out of your eyes? And without asking or saying anything, she takes a swig of water and spits directly into his eyes to wash it out. Not pouring, not asking for consent. She just goes, oh, hang on. Which was really a precursor of what was to come, as it turns out. It was a fantastic moment of foreshadowing. But yeah, so everything else isn't that interesting that happens to the challenge. Yellow Tribe wins again somehow, despite having Christina and Matt. Red team wins or comes in second. Blue loses, so now Blue has to go back to the beach with absolutely nothing, which puts us officially on Disaster Tribe watch. Now, every season, or at least some of the new seasons, there's usually a Disaster Tribe where, like, they lose the first challenge, they don't get supplies, They lose the next challenge. Now they got to vote someone out. They still don't have their flint.
They're just having rock
and then it
coconut.
just starts to snowball because they're going days without supplies and the morale's bad.
Yeah.
I'm hesitant to call them the disaster tribe because without Nicole, which we'll get to tribal, I feel like Jake's got it in the bag. Like I don't know how they lose. They cut their worst member. I'd be shocked if they continue to lose. But we're on disaster tribe watch, so it's not a full alert. It's a watch.
This is like tornadoes.
Yes. The only thing that happens before tribal that's worth talking about is Nicole.
The conditions are right.
Yeah. Is Nicole.
Oh my God!
Nicole very casually says, yep, I think this is going to happen. And then just explodes. She puked so much without warning that Brie and I got off the couch.
It was so
shock.
gross. I was eating a snack.
I thought it was a power move for a minute.
Yeah, there is so many other places in the jungle to puke, and she was like, I'm going right into my hand. I thought she turned into she exploded. She turned into dust. It just everywhere.
It was also just never addressed. Like they didn't interview her about it. She didn't say anything about it. It just like cut to tribal. I was like, what the hell? Like, why'd they keep the clip in without the context?
And I guess so the whole thing is that they're on the fence between Annie and Nicole.
And she's like, hey, I'm a crime scene detective, lie analyst, and I know when people are lying to me. And then it cuts to 6 different scenes of people being like, we're probably going to get rid of Annie. And she's like,
I feel like her puking her guts out. Probably, like, if I'm sitting there and I'm like, who's the weakest link? They're both pretty bad. And then someone starts projectile vomiting everywhere. I don't think I'm keeping the puker.
Well, depends how you return the boot and rally. She could be better after puke.
She didn't rally, though.
Gurka knows the thing about boot and rally. Trust me.
I didn't puke in that Ted's bathroom once.
Yeah,
you did.
Don't we all?
Karaoke night.
Yep.
Gets the best of us, you know?
That was a good birthday. So we go to tribal. After Nicole has puked her brains out and has nothing left. And it's
figuratively and in her stomach.
Yeah. The set's pretty cool. I like the set. I don't know if you noticed the fire pit is a giant ship like steering wheel.
Oh. I did not notice that.
I like the tribal setups now that we've been listening to the Making the Merge and we got to hear all about the garlics last time. That's really like projectiled me into wanting to know.
Yeah, last time they had like that civilization they were in with all the domes that looked like garlic.
And it was like a war-torn like city.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and now we're in the middle of a real shipwreck.
This is funny because like I didn't even really pick up on that it was that different. But again, like I just got back into watching it last season, so I'm like, I
hadn't picked up on it on 25 years, and then I saw one podcast talk about it, and now I think
there's like a theme.
Yeah,
yeah, I like the pirate theme.
Yeah.
Otherwise, though, this is a pretty nothing tribal. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
No one's spiteful. Jeremiah almost reveals to Nicole they're gonna vote her out because he's like, hey, Jeff, I'm not saying who, but it's 5 against 1, and the person who's the one out thinks that they're safe.
Oh yeah, he was talking about like, yeah, and then he's like, "There's two weaknesses, and you just got to pick the worst of the 2 weaknesses." And then it cuts to her, and she's just like,
and then she doesn't play her shot in the dark. Like she doesn't get tipped off by that at all. And Nicole's voted out, and that's the episode.
Well, I was texting you, and I was like, I thought she was doing better at the lie detecting. Like she was doing the right thing. And I can't believe she didn't play her shot in the dark. Like,
you think her boss is now like, I gotta audit all the financial crimes that you've possibly let go now?
Yeah, right
under your nose. But yeah, that's the episode. Let's cruise through the rest of these updates. So your scoring update. In the episode, the Yellow Tribe and Rizzo get reward points for winning the Marooning challenge. Rizzo is the only one from his tribe that gets them because he was the only one that competed in that second part to get the supplies. There's no beware advantages. There's no journeys. There's no idols in this episode at all, which was kind of shocking. No one even looked. Yellow and Red Tribe both earn tribe immunity. Yellow also earns an additional reward for the shelter building kit for coming in first in that challenge. Had it been a separate challenge for just reward, we would have given points to both the first two tribes. But that's not how the game works. And then everyone on the blue tribe, except for Nicole, gets points for voting with the majority. So they at least get some points.
Are we calling out who are the people who had Nicole?
Yeah, we can call them out. It's up to them to let me know. I'm not going out of my way.
She was like automatically selected for a few people, right?
2 people. Yes. So Emily E lost Nicole. So Emily E is going to owe me a name for a replacement member. This is the only time I'm going to call her out for it. And Brad, who won last season, starts out on a horrible note. Brad lost Nicole as well.
But these people now have an opportunity to have some background information and pick. They've got your Best of the Losers podcast from last week, and they've seen now one episode. So it's actually, as someone who always loses someone on the first episode, it's actually
you broke your curse.
It's not too bad.
The last 3 seasons, you've been in whatever game we're playing. You've had
whatever game.
You had the girl that quit because she needed a cigarette. You had Stephanie last season, who just kept talking about the stars.
Yeah,
you've had some duds. All right, we only have
the maximum selection is gonna like carry through, right? So like,
yeah,
so like it'll run out. Never mind.
We did the math so that as people like by the merge, everyone will be able to have a full tribe with the amount of selections open. They just may not be able to have the person they wanted if they were too slow to pick. But we did the math.
Interesting.
We did the math.
Like I feel like last season we saw just like everyone trending towards like Kyle.
True.
And like some other, like everyone by the end of the season, everybody had Kyle, except for me. But
that's why we have
to
this
pick him. Yeah, I think that'll be great.
You know how every year Wikipedia sends like emails begging for $1 so they can stay in business? I kind of feel like we're trending towards you sending everyone like a, hey, could I have $1 so that we don't have to have the free version of Zoom on the podcast?
I'm not above it.
I just think that that's what we need as a group in order to not do this.
Not do this anymore. That's fair. All right.
Patreon.
So it is now time for the weekly awards. This is going to be a shorter segment than normal because we only really have 2 awards to give out. And they're not that interesting because it's the same as the actual season standings. Next week, people will actually move up and down. We'll have, the top 3 of the season might be different than the top 3 of the episode. We can start to talk about consistency. We'll have more awards to give out. But for now, we only have 2 awards. So we'll start. You want to start with the best or the worst, Smith? We'll let you choose. You're the guest.
The worst.
All right, let's start with the bottom of the tribe. The bottom of the tribe. The 3, although this time it is 4 because of a tie, 4 worst players of the episode in our league. We have a 3-way tie for second to last. Second to last? I don't know how to say that. But Braddy's Baddies, Kelsey, the Toto tribe, and V, tribe name What Destiny's Child Said, all have 10 points. However, Eric, in dead last on his own with Survivor, I hardly know her, sitting there with 6 points. So those are your bottom of the tribe. Will they stay in the bottom of the tribe?
That was his name.
Next week? Yeah, that's his name. Survivor, I hardly know her. It's a pretty good name. Still not in the group me, so he's not even going to see this video. And he still owes me $15. But yeah, so we'll see if next week it's the same people at the bottom. Maybe they have a better week and it's a different three of the episode, but they are currently the bottom of the tribe, both for the episode and the overall season.
And in your hearts.
Eric specifically in my heart. All right, so let's do the top of the tribe, which is what we say. You have the numbers. All right, the people that have the numbers are also the people that are at the top of the season leaderboard. So currently, Mokehi, the autoimmunity idols, with 20 points, stands alone in first. And he did watch last night, so he has actually seen it. Then we have a 1, 2, 3, 4-way tie for second place. We have Nora with Wait, This Isn't Love Island, Sharon, the Red Cardinals, Anne, the Hammerheads, and Christina, not the one in the show, but the one in our league, Christina, Shark Bait, Ooh Ha Ha, all have 18 points. And that is your Have the Numbers award.
Well, I have some superlatives I'd like to give out.
Yeah, sure. I don't have a graphic for that.
That's okay. My introduction needs no graphic. These are my brief superlatives of the week. First is what's that?
I don't just a pop.
Oh, first is the initiation watchers. So Pat Mulcahy and Megan both watched for the first time.
Well, Megan watched the finale last time,
but
we made her do that.
That barely counts.
She did it on her own.
Snacks, and we brought her here.
Allegedly, Matt also watched because we got the note from Megan that when Nicole threw up was when he was trying to eat dinner.
Okay, so Matt, Pat Mulcahy, and Megan all get the Initiation Watch Award this week. And the Dory Award for forgetting who's on your tribe and why they were picked goes to my mom, who called in a huff about who she had on her tribe and who picked them for her, even though she picked them for her. So the Dory Award of the week goes to my mom.
She was assigned Matt, who turns out to be awesome, and then she picked the
Jake
one she doesn't.
And I think
Sophie? She's fine with Jake.
Sophie
which Sophie?
Who knows?
It doesn't matter. They're both fine.
Yeah.
I felt similarly at times. I was also like, why the hell did I pick these people? I don't know. It's always random. You never know.
Random.
Yeah. At least we don't have Sage.
Yeah.
You don't have Sage, do you?
Me? No.
Okay.
I have Rizgod, the homie,
mm-hmm.
Steven, and Jake.
That's a pretty good tribe.
I like it so far. We'll see how it pans out.
All right.
Cheat my way to the top.
Yep. Do we want to do a rundown of just all the standings? I can flash them on screen as a graphic while we talk.
You could, yeah.
They're on the Google. So the Google Doc's been updated. The website's been updated. But
I just don't feel like the standings are that interesting one episode in.
All right. Well, I'll tell you this. So
everybody has 14 points.
Yeah, we'll run through it. Mulcahy has 20. He's at the top.
Whoa. I have 16.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Mulcahy has 20. He's at the top. Nora, Shannon, Anne, and Christina are next, all with 18. Vic and Smith both have 16. And then this is where it gets tight. Scott, Matt, me, Greg, my mom, Heidi, Emily W, Megan, you, Brenna, Mikey, F-Bomb, Connor, and Brian all have 14 points. Kyla, whose birthday it is today, shout out Kyla.
Happy birthday!
HBD.
And Emily E have 12 points. And then as discussed, Brad, Kelsey, and V have 10. And Eric stands alone at 6 points at the bottom where he belongs. All right. That's it. That's all I have. I got to edit this, but we'll do confessionals and then we'll get out of here. So Bree, do you have anything you want to say? Thoughts on the episode? Thoughts on the league? Last chance to trash talk on camera.
I'm really excited about this season. Even though we had a overall mellow first episode, I'm feeling some good energy. I'm feeling like the pirate theme, anytime it's been used, has come out with some killer seasons. Waiting for my girl Savannah to take this. I'm calling it now. She's the end all be all of this season. And I hope that everybody's nipples stay intact and nobody else pukes.
Smith?
Well, let's see. I feel like that was too calm. So I feel like shit is going to hit the fan in the next 2 episodes. There's just too many different personalities. And I'm afraid of Savannah. She scares me. I don't.
Yeah,
I
I
don't.
she's
I
got
wish she
like
was
a
on my
real
team, but
killer
like,
energy.
yeah, she's gonna. I don't know. She's got what? Steven? No, what was that guy's name from last season?
Oh, Thomas.
I can't.
Yeah, she's got a real
Thomas. Thank
Thomas,
you.
the one who was they were helping Star last season with that
But
instructions, and he was like, we could just use them
yeah,
in the ocean.
she's got Thomas energy, but she seems more calculated, which
Mm.
is a scary combo.
Yeah, for
Hmm.
sure.
So
Yeah, and people like her
yeah,
in your tribe.
hopefully more barf. Hopefully more. Yeah, I don't know. Could be
Yeah.
killer.
All
I'm
right.
also I'm curious to learn more. No, well, you can cut that. I can't. I forgot what I was saying.
We'll end with this. We'll end with this. Who on each tribe, the people
Wait, you didn't
remaining?
get to do your
Yeah,
thoughts and
this whole
feelings.
thing is my thoughts and feelings.
Just give one hot take from Pat.
What's my hot take? Let me look through
You
my
had
notes
some
here.
notes. You had some.
I didn't get to all my notes because most of them were just nothing notes. Um, I also am really excited to see how Savannah does. I'm more interested to see if and when someone gets an idol, how that shakes things up. Because I feel like all these personalities are like you said, like, hey, we're all trying to like no one wants to be the first person to ruffle some feathers. But by day 8, 9, when you're dehydrated and haven't eaten and slept and you're loopy and now people are
Mm,
backstabbing each other, like these personalities can't mesh. And I'm interested to see how an idol sways that. Let's end with this. The last thing. Who on each tribe, if because someone's got to go to tribal next week. If
mhm.
it's we'll start with blue since they've already been there. If it's the blue tribe, who do we feel like is probably getting voted out, barring a change of events and advantages that we don't know about?
Annie.
Yeah,
I agree.
I say Annie too. I think that's a safe bet.
Feels
Um,
like everyone else got along too well, and they're already kind of rolling with that plan. But
yeah, for sure. What about the red tribe? So that's Nate, Juwan, Rizzo, Sage, Shannon, and Savannah.
I'm thinking. I'm not there. I was on yellow, and you really threw me for a loop. So give me a second.
this is
I
a
feel
tough
like
one.
I feel like it
I
could
feel
be
like,
Sage because she's so weird, but they could also be like she's so harmless and weird. Let's keep her around because any one of us could beat her later on.
I'm feeling
but I feel
like
like her and Shannon have that in common, and I feel like they'd keep Shannon over Sage. But
What about
maybe
Juwan?
it depends how they.
They had
Yeah,
that moment
was
where
she
he
even
tried
in
to
the
make a
episode?
fire and started crying, and Savannah was like, "We're
Oh,
that
gonna
was
have
gonna
to."
be my vote. Was Joanne? He seems a little volatile.
he does. He seems soft. He's just like he got so sad, and he's like, I've been practicing forever and just couldn't do it. That was. I don't remember who they cut to, but they were like, yeah, that's pathetic.
Yeah, it was Savannah. Savannah was
Poor
like, "If
guy.
I have to kill him right now, I'll do it."
Yeah, I was like, oh my God.
All right,
That's,
I'll go Juwan. What
I
about
agree.
let's go to the yellow tribe?
This one's harder.
So
Is
I
it? I
feel
think it's
like
Christina.
I just
Yeah,
have a
but
feeling that this guy.
She's horrible.
yeah,
She's
that's
afraid
true.
of birds. She doesn't know how to use a knife the correct way.
I'm feeling like this guy Jason Truel is gonna not socially adapt into the game. I just like he might
You
be.
think Matt's gonna have enough of him talking about technology?
Yeah, and it just like I don't know. He was just not. I was not vibing with. I mean, I don't know.
I could also see there's enough of them that don't know what they're doing on that tribe that they vote out Matt, the only
Yeah,
person that knows how to keep them alive, and don't think
I
about
don't
the
think they'll vote out
repercussions.
Math first
They shouldn't. They shouldn't. But I could see Christina
because
being
Steven
like, "Let's
likes
get rid of
Matt.
Matt."
Because Steven, I don't think would go against Matt based on what he said and like the
Yeah,
way they kind of connected. I thought, and I feel like enough people like him that it's not gonna.
yeah,
I think Jason or Christina is probably likely, but it depends what route they try and take.
yeah. I'm gonna go Christina, but I could see some chaos on that tribe.
Okay.
It's gonna take someone like fucking up in the immunity challenge, kind of like what happened with Nicole. Like wasn't like super aligned, but she didn't really have a target on her back until she kind of dropped the ball.
If you could
Literally.
just splice in right here, does anyone else think that this guy Jason looks like Coconut Head from Ned's Declassified School Survival Guide? Because I
I can
really
see
think
that.
he looks like him.
I'll put it up there. You'll have to
It's
remind me when I'm editing this later,
it's
but
like
it's
I'll put it up
it's
there.
it's the head
he's
hair.
like coconut head with a blowout.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's got like a blowout that it's like
I'll co-sign that. Next week, episode 2 is titled Cinema. So Curse Watch, be on the lookout for
Ooh.
whoever says cinema. Although that's kind of a one word. And the week after that is lovable losers.
Just for vibes. Lovable losers?
That's episode 3.
God, that's a sad name.
Yeah. So we'll see. Whoever says those, I'd be nervous if I have them on my tribe. All right. Well, this has been The League Has Spoken. Thank you, Smith. Thank you to my co-host, Bree. And we'll see you all next week.
Sweet.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
Midway's